Hello and welcome to another session of GP Ka CAT Funda, and today we'll be looking at CAT 2020 paper, the slot 1 paper, and usme again we'll be looking at Jugaad solutions. And so let's get down to doing it. But before we start, a quick look at reminding you कि paper कैसे solve करना होता है and how is this paper different from board. You don't have to worry about syllabus. There's nothing called a syllabus out here. Steps की कोई अहमियत नहीं है. You have to just look at getting the final answer. How you get the answer does not matter. If you eliminate 3 choices, the 4th choice, the remaining choice becomes the answer. And you have to look at the best among the choices. Many a times you'll find the question that none of the choices are exactly correct, and your job then is say which is the best choice. I will mark that as the answer. And which is why we are given the choices. You don't have to show the working, just get the answer. And use shortcuts, use approximation so that you can get to the answer first. And yes, all of this maths आती अच्छा है, नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं, काम चल जाएगा. Okay? And just to remind you, now out of these multiple ways available to you to solve the question, most of the time people use only this. To me, each one of them has to be used, and to be able to use each one of them, what do you need to do? Read the question carefully. Understand the question, go through the choices. Not reading the choices is missing out on critical information, and eliminate choices to get to the answer. Okay. And to remind you, CAT 2020 paper, 99 percentile was 16 questions. 99.5 was 16 questions. 99 was 15 questions, and 97 was 11 questions. And by and large, I am saying we can come up to this level without any problem using just the Jugaad solutions. And yes, if you do a few questions, easy question yourself, you can easily get to a 99.5 plus. Okay. So, chalo, karke dekhte hain paper. We'll look at the Jugaad solutions, and some of the questions we'll do by easy methods also, and of CAT 2020 slot 1. Okay, first question. An alloy is prepared by mixing 3 metals ABC in the proportion of 3:4:7 by volume. Weights of the same volume of metals ABC are in the ratio of 5:2:6. In 130 kg of the alloy, weight of kg of metal C. Okay. Simple question, कोई जुगाड़ नहीं है इसमें, simple question है. If you remember, what is density? Density is equal to mass upon volume. Okay. Mass per or weight per unit volume. Okay. That is what is density. Now what is he saying? ABC, the ratio of volume is 3:4:7, and weight of same volume of metal ABC are in the ratio of 5:6. What is this? This is the ratio of density, which is ratio of density is equal to 5:2:6. So what should be the ratio of mass or ratio of weight? Weight is nothing but volume into density. So 15:8:42. Okay. And what is the total? 42, 850, 65. So out of 65 kg, 42 kg is going to be C. So out of 130 kg, C is going to be 84. Okay. Simple question, koi jugaad nahi hai. As long as you remember that density is mass per unit volume, you'll get the answer. Let's move to the next question. A person spent rupees 50,000 to purchase a desktop computer and a laptop computer. He sold the desktop at a profit of 20% and laptop at a 10% loss. Overall, he made a 2% profit. What is the purchase price in rupees of this desktop? What is the jugaad out here? Allegation. Allegation, most of the people don't use for such question, but the right approach, the right jugaad for this question is allegation. Equation bana ke time mat barbaad karo. What are you doing effectively out here? You are mixing a desktop on which you have 20% profit with a laptop on which you have a 10% loss. This is what you are mixing now. Overall, you have a case of 2% profit. So what should be the ratio of the quantity on which the percentage profit or loss is calculated? Will be the difference is 20 minus 2 is 8, and 2 minus 10, the difference between these two will be 12. What does it mean? The ratio of cost price of desktop to laptop is 12:8. And what do we need to find? Okay. Desktop at 20%, laptop 10% is fine. Okay, we need to find the price of desktop. So if it is 12:8, that means this is 3:2. That means if you have total of 50,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees should be for desktop and 20,000 for laptop. The जुगाड़, please remember, you are mixing profit. Mixture का मतलब ये नहीं कि पानी में तेल डालना या दूध में कुछ और डालना. No, mixing means any two items can be mixed, and this is a case of mixing of a 20% profit with a 10% loss. Okay, question 3. ABC are positive integers such that AB is 432, BC is 96, and C is less than 9. What is the smallest possible value of ABC? Okay. Now, such questions are my jugaad. Essentially, I will make cases and solve it. I am not going to try to do anything else. Just start making the cases and look at this. The condition given is C is less than 9. So we know A into B is 432 and B into C is 96. So we need to minimize the value of A plus B plus C. Okay. So C is less than 9. So C can have only 4 values, 2, 4, 6, 8. So as far as I am concerned, C can be 2, C can be 4, C can be 6, C can be 8. Okay. And why not the others? Because the product is even. Then both B and C have to be even. Okay. So and kahan se shuru karo? Don't start from either the extreme. Start from the middle. It will help you eliminate choices. Okay. For example, let's start from C equal to 6. 16 into 6 equal to 96. So I am saying C is equal to 6 and B is equal to 16. Yeah, let me write it neatly. So what should be A? If C is equal to, B is equal to 16, A will be 16 into 3, 30. 16 into 3, 48, so 480. 480 minus 48, so 27. Okay. 16 into 30 minus 16 into 3. Okay. So A becomes equal to 27. Okay. How much does it become? 27 plus 16, 33. 33 plus 6, 39. Okay. 33 plus, sorry, my mistake. 29 plus 27 plus 6, 33. 43 plus 6, 49. Now look at the choices. दो choice तो गलत हो गई. These two are wrong choices. Next step, don't take 8, don't take 2, take 4. Okay. You will get to know what the answer in the second slot itself. For example, if in second you get a value more than 49, that means here the value will be even bigger, right? And if you get a value lesser than 49, that means I will have to come and check here. Okay. So check for the middle numbers first. Okay. This is 24 into 4 equal to 96. Okay. So if B is 24, what will be A? Okay. It is again, this has become 1.5 times 16 into 1.5 or 16 into 3 by 2 is 24. So this should be 2 by 3, 18 into 24. So 16, all I'm saying is 16 into 2 by 3 is what we have here. 24 is nothing but 16 into 2 by 3. So 18, also what should be having here? This should be nothing but 27 into, अरे यार क्या गलत लिख दिया ना मैंने, and no one pointed out also. Okay, 16 into 3 by 2 is equal to 24. So this should be 27 into 2 by 3, 18. Okay. So if this is 18, A is 18, B is 24, and C is 4. 24, 42, 46. Okay. Correct answer. Okay. So always remember, you should start from the middle and check the middle numbers first so that you can even identify the direction in which your answer should be moving towards. Okay. Among 100 stones, X1 have birthday in January, X2 have in February, and so on. If X0 is maximum of these, then the smallest possible value of X. Now, when will you have the maximum value? Okay. When you will have the minimum value, you want the minimum value. You want this to be in the minimum. Make everything equal. Okay. Make everything equal. So how many are people? 100. So if each one of the 100 by 12 is 8. So let's say 8 months. No, oh sorry. Yeah. 8 months. There. I'm sorry. Okay. So if you look at this thing, we have 12 into 8 is 96. So if we have 8. How many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I hope this 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if each month has only 8 people having birthdays, it becomes 12 8 is 96. But we have 100 people, so यानी 4 महीनों में 9 होने चाहिए हैं. Right? Now, the x0 has to be maximum of all these. So what will be the maximum of all these? Maximum will be 9. Okay. Now what is important to remember, x0 is maximum of all these, we need the smallest possible. You'll get the smallest when all of them are equal ideally. Since these are integers and all of them cannot be equal, 8 of 8 and 4 of 9 becomes the answer. Okay. Okay. Log of 5 base 4 equal to log of y base 4 equal to under root 5. Okay, log का सवाल है. It is a doable question. I would not say it is not doable, but for many of you it might not be worth solving. So I'll skip this question because many of you are uncomfortable the moment you get to a second level or a third level question of log. So I will leave this question at this point of time. Okay. Though if you have the basics of log in place, you can easily understand that question and solve it. Okay. 2 persons are walking besides the railway track at respective speeds of 2 and 4 kilometers per hour in the same direction. A train came from behind and crossed them in 90 and 100 seconds respectively. The time in seconds taken by the train to cross an electric post is nearest to. Electric post को stop अगर cross कर दिया तो what is the distance it will cover? It will cover the distance of length of the train. Okay, it is the length of the train which is the distance. Okay, now in this question, what is the jugaad? Remember, you have ratios all over the place. Don't have to convert kilometers per hour into minutes per second, meters per minute or meters per second or nothing. Work directly. Okay, let me show it to you how. If we assume the length of the train is L, let me assume the length of the train is L. Now speed is equal to distance upon time, or time equal to distance upon speed. So how much time will the train take to cross this person who's walking at 2 kilometers per hour? If the length of the train is L, the time taken will be L upon S minus 2. And this is 90 seconds. Right? And the other person L upon S minus 4, and this will be equal to 100 seconds. Now many times you will find people saying, but this is kilometers per hour, this is seconds, please convert. अरे यार convert करोगे तो cancel भी तो हो जाएगा वो. For example, if I take the ratio, will this not get cancelled? So don't waste your time converting something which is not required. That is the biggest mistake students commit because they end up wasting a lot of time. So the way I would look at this is L upon S minus 2 is equal to how much time? 90 seconds. And L upon S minus 4 is equal to 100 seconds. Divide कर दो ना सीधा. Okay. What do you get? S minus 4 upon S minus 2 is equal to 9 by 10. Right? S minus 4 upon S by 2 is 9 by 10. So what will we get out here now? Okay. 10s minus 40 equal to 9s minus 18. That means S is equal to 22. Okay. So this 9s यहाँ कट गया, यहाँ S बचा. It goes to the other side. S is equal to 22. Okay. I hope this is clear. Now, 22 kilometers per hour is the speed. Okay. Now let's look at the question again. Okay. Now what is it saying? How much time will the train take to cross a lamp post? The distance covered is L. So tell me one thing. When the speed was S minus 2, which is 20 kilometers per hour, the time taken was 90 seconds. So if the speed has become S, which is 22 kilometers per hour, what will the time become? It will become 90 into 20 by 22. That's all. Nothing else required. In this question, I have seen people finding the length of the train also. Why? Not required at all. 2 11s are 2 10s are. 11, 8s are 88, 81 point something. Answer should be 81 point some seconds, 82. The critical thing to understand is when you are making this stupid equation, L upon S minus 2 equal to 90 and L upon S minus 4 equal to 100. Don't waste your time converting these 2 kilometers per hour to meters per second or whatever you want to. I've seen many people say divided by 3600, divided by 3600, just so that it also becomes hours. That's a waste of time. Stop doing such stupid things. Okay. A solution of volume 40 liters has dye and water in the proportion of 2:3. Water is added to the solution to change its proportion to 2:5. If 1/4 of this diluted solution is taken out, how many liters of dye must be added to the remaining solution to bring the proportion back to 2:3. Okay, standard question of mixture and solution. But the way it is done by many students, leads to a wastage of time. First look at, we will not worry about the full question first. Let us look at till this part. Just don't worry about this part at this point of time. We'll come back to this just to understand what we are doing. We have a 2:3 mixture of dye and water, right? In the ratio of 2:3. Then you add water to it, okay? And this changes to 2:5. Now, please look at this. If I say this is 5 liters and this is 7 liters, is not the quantity of dye the same in both the cases? The quantity of dye is the same in both the cases. What does that mean? You need to add 3 liters of water. Not 3, sorry. 2:3 to 2:5, 2 liters of water. Okay. So 2 liters of water. So if in 5 liters you add 2 liters water, you will get 7 liters of this mixture, which is 2:5. Because these two are equal, we can do that very, very fast. No equations required. Okay. Now, in 5 liters, so in 5 liters you will add 2 liters. So if you have 40 liters of this mixture, 8 times, so this should also become 8 times 60. Simple. So 2:3, 40 liters. If you want to convert it 2:5, you will have to add 16 liters of water. I hope this part is clear. Okay. So now we can look at the rest of the question. Okay. So just to repeat, dye, water, 2:3, it becomes 2:5. Okay. And this is 40 liters. And this is plus 16 liters of water. So it becomes 56 liters. Okay. Right? Okay. If 1/4 of this diluted solution is taken out, 1/4 of this diluted solution, just 2:5 is taken out, 1/4 of 56 is, half is 28, half of 28, 14, so 14 liters is taken out. What are you left with? 42 liters. So now we have 42 liters of this particular mixture. Okay. It's taken out. How many liters of dye must be added to the remaining solution to bring the proportion back to 2:3? तो भैया इसको अब वापस 2:3 लेके जाना है. चलो वही करेंगे जो पहले किया था. So what do we have now? We have 2:5 dye to water solution, which is 42 liters. Now what do we want to do? We want to convert this to back to 2:3. Okay. If I want to convert this to back to 2:3 by the method, what should I do? I want this number and this number to be the same. How will I make this number same? This is 5 into 3, 15. So if I make this 15, 5 into 3, 15, 3 into 2, 6. Okay, 3 into 5, 15, 10. What is it telling you? This is 21 liters of this mixture and this is 25 liters of this mixture. 21. Okay. So if I add 4 liters of water to this 21 liter mixture, I will get 2:3 mixture of 25 liters, isn't it? Okay. So on 21 liters, I have to add 4 liters of dye. Okay. I have 42 liters, so I should add 8 liters of dye. Okay. How many liters of dye must be added? 8 liters. Okay. So the critical thing to understand is we are equating this because water has to remain constant to make water equal everywhere. In the initial case, dye had to be constant. It was the same in both the cases, so it did not require us too much effort. In the second case, this was 2:5, this is 2:3. We made this as 6:15 and 10:15 so that this becomes equal, and then the difference gives us the answer directly. This is a method which you need to understand, remember, practice most importantly. Okay. Okay. If f plus x, f of f plus x equal to f of f minus x for every real x and fx equal to 0, ये चीज़ हमें कम ही समझ आती हैं, but देखते हैं क्या करना है. Has 4 distinct real roots, then what is the sum of these roots? 4 distinct real roots. Okay. If f of f plus x is equal to f of f minus x for every fx, क्या मतलब हुआ? Okay. Supposing x को मैं 0 ले लेता हूँ. Okay. Sorry. Supposing I take x equal to 0, that means f5, which is not an issue. If I take x equal to 1, that means f of 4 is equal to f of 6. If I take x equal to 3, that means f of 2 equal to f of 8. क्या दिख रहा है? Are they not equidistant from f? Every number is on the same is equidistant from from x equal to 5. So with respect to x equal to 5, जितना इस साइड पे जाओगे उतना इस साइड पे जाना होगा. There is a symmetrical thing. Okay. Then what is the sum of roots going to be? How many roots are there? 4 roots. Each root will be 5 minus k1, 5 minus k. Okay. Because so there are 2 roots. If you have one root here, you'll have one root here. Okay. So it is going to be 5 minus a into 4. So when you're looking at this question, the critical thing to understand is that the roots will be equidistant from 5. If one root is 5 minus a, the other root will be 5 plus a. So if there are 2 roots, only, what will be the sum? 10. If there are 4 roots, the sum should be 20. Okay. So if one root is 5 minus a, the other root will be 5 plus a, and hence the sum of roots is going to be 10 if there are 2 roots. If there are 4 roots, there will be again 5 minus b and 5 plus b. The sum is going to be 20. Okay. जुगाड़ लिखना भूल गया ना? Okay. Y is a negative number such that 2 to power y square log of 5 base 3 equal to this. छोड़ दें. Most of you will have a struggle with this question. जुगाड़ वगैरह दिखेगा भी नहीं, तो छोड़ के आगे चलते हैं. Okay. How many distinct positive valued solution exists for this equation? Time consuming. This is a question which is doable. This is typically a round 2 question for me. Why is it a round 2 question? Because of the amount of effort. I'm not saying it is difficult. What all do I need to do? If this has to be equal to 1, one thing could be, this can be 1 to power anything is going to be 1 to power n will always be equal to 1. So first thing you need to check out is x square minus 7x plus 11 equal to 1 के roots देखो. Okay. Second thing, you will can say this could also be to the power, this could be to the power of minus 1. Okay, this could be minus 1 x square. Okay, minus 1 to even power. Okay, minus 1 to even power will also be equal to 1. Minus 1 to power 4, 6, 8. ये भी तो हो सकता है. That means the second equation you need to check out is equal to minus 1. But in this case, you will look at only those roots which are even. You will not worry about all the roots. What will be the third case? Anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. So the third case will be x square minus 13x plus 42 equal to 0. 3 cases to be checked out. Now, the answer cannot be 8. यार 2 रूट्स इसके 2 रूट्स इसके 2 रूट इसके 6 रूट से ज्यादा नहीं होंगे. द आंसर कैन नॉट बी मोर देन 6. Okay, but you still have to check. Supposing you find this has got no real roots, then obviously one of the equation has no real roots, then 2 गायब हो जाएगा, 4 6 बचेंगे. But you have to check all of them. I'm not saying these are difficult equations. These are straightforward equations, but you still have to go through the process. So if you are someone who's looking at doing 8 to 10 questions, बिल्कुल करो, immediately करो. Don't leave it for round 2. If you are looking at doing 15 questions, maybe you should leave it for round 2. Okay. And I'm sure you'll realize this is not a difficult question, doable, but a bit of time consumption will happen. Okay. How many 3-digit numbers are there for which the product of dates is more than 2 but less than 7? Round 2, yeah. फिर वही काम करना होगा, cases बना के check करो each one of them. 3-digit numbers are there for which the product of roots is less than 7. Product of roots less than 7, what can be the product of roots? 6. Okay, it can be 6, 1, 2, 3. It could be 0, 2, 3 also. Oh, no, not 0, 2, 3. Sorry, product of roots. Hai na? Any other case possible? No. Okay. Then you will have to say case product of roots 5 possible. 6 is also possible. Na? 1, 1, 6 is also possible. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 6. Any other case possible? Okay. Then you can look at the 4, 3. Okay. I think these are enough. Okay. Product of roots is less than 7. This is for roots of 6. You could also look at the product of 5. Okay. Then you have to look at product of 4. 2, 2, 1. Okay. Or 4, 1, 1. So you have to start making cases and checking out, and if there were choices, I may have looked at it favorably. But this is a round 2 question because of the time it is going to take for me. Okay. Viso invested rupees 10,000 at 5% simple annual interest. And exactly after 2 years, Joy invested rupees 8,000 at 10% simple annual interest. How many years after Viso's investment will their balances, which means principal plus interest, be equal? सिंपल इक्वेशन का सवाल है, करके कह दो. दिस इज एन इजी क्वेश्चन, नो जुगाड़ आउट हियर. इट्स अ क्वेश्चन वी शुड स्ट्रेट अवे सॉल्व एंड मार्क द आंसर. Principal 10,000. If he is 5% simple interest, he is going to get 500 rupees per year. Interest is going to be 500 rupees per year. Let me assume he invests for n years. So, okay. And the other person, his investment is for n minus 2 years. 2 साल late चालू हुआ ना. And his principal is 8,000 rupees. And what is the interest he will get? He'll get 10% of 8,800 rupees. Yeah. Calculate, solve. Easy question, no जुगाड़. हर सवाल में जुगाड़ नहीं ढूंढना जाता, सीधा मेथड दिखता है, you just solve it and move on. Okay. Okay. A gentleman decided to treat a few children in the following manner. He gave half of his total stock of toffees and 1 extra to the first child. Then half of the remaining stock along with 1 extra to the second, and continues giving away in this fashion. His total stock exhausts after he's taken care of 5 children. How many toffees were there in the stock initially? चलो देखते हैं. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, before, after. After he gave the 5th child the toffees, he was left with 0. The mistake, again, if I say the mistake many students commit in this question, they start making the equation. Don't make an equation, try to understand the logic. People typically start, let me assume he had initially x. If he had initially x, the first child, how much did he get? He got x by 2 plus 1. What are you left with? You will be left with x plus 2 minus 1. Okay, so initially if there was x, after giving child some toffees, he would be left with x minus 2. Yes. After x by 2 minus 1, isn't it? And obviously this will be the same as this. जो after है इसके उसी में से बांट के तो देगा ना कुछ. So this is nothing but the same as this. Okay? So गलती यही कहते हैं equation बनाने लगते हैं, because the moment you start making an equation, you will end up wasting a lot of time and you will probably end up making a complicated equation which is not going to be comfortable for you to handle. Okay? So let's look at this question now. Okay. Now, if he has initially x toffees, he gives away x by 2 plus 1. What he's left with is x by 2 minus 1. ठीक है ना? So can I say this should be equal to x by 2 minus 1? Right? So यानी पहले कितनी थी इसके पास? Okay, it will be 2. Before the 5th child, he had 2 toffees. He gave away 1, half of that 1 and 1 extra 2, and then he was left with 0. Is this clear or not is the critical thing. If this is clear, everything is clear then. Okay? Now, I'll just write this part. Okay, so effectively you're saying afterwards he had 0, which has to be x by 2 minus 1. So initially he had 2. Okay, so this is also equal to 2. What he had before the 5th child was equal to the amount of toffees left with him after the 4th child. What should this be? X by 2 minus 1. How much does it become? 2 plus 1, 3, 6. Do you get the pattern? Previous number multiplied plus 1 into 2. This number plus 1 into 2. So if this is 2, what should this be? 6. What will this be? 6 plus 1, 7 into 2, 14. This will be 14 plus 1, 15 into 2, 30. And what will it be before? 30 into 2 plus 2, 62. Okay. Sorry, not 30 into 2, 31 into 2, 62. This is again x by 2 minus 1. So 30 plus 1, 31 into 2, 62. The correct answer is 62. Such question, the right jugaad for such questions is start from the end. Okay, start from the end. Okay, so if you start from the end, you go backwards up, you will be able to do the question faster without too much of calculations. Okay, number of distinct roots of this equation, round 2. क्यों? Yeah, इसका करने का तरीका I'm sure everyone knows. What will you say? X plus 1 by 6 को y ले लेते हैं. Y square minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0. We will find y. Then you will say y is equal to x plus 1 by x, and you will again make equation and find out. Now, Time consuming. Again, my issue is if you have to do 8 to 10 questions, this might be worth it. Otherwise, if you want to do higher number of questions, maybe you should be leaving this question for round 2, and which is what I am doing. On a rectangular metal sheet of area 135 square inches, a circle is printed such that the circle touches two opposite sides. If the area of the sheet left unpainted is 2/3 of the painted area, then the perimeter of rectangle in inches. Okay. Now, let me say this is the kind of figure we have. What does it say? It says if the what is painted 135 inch, the area of this figure is 135 square inch. Okay. Such that the circle touches two opposite sides. If the area of the sheet unpainted is 2/3, what is the painted part? Circle is painted. So this circle is the painted part, right? He says the unpainted part is 2/3 of the painted area. So if this is equal to 3x, the unpainted part will be 2x. What will be the unpainted part? This one, and this area. So can I say 5x is equal to 135? Okay. The numbers which you choose are important because it says the unpainted part is 2/3 of the painted part. So I chose the painted part to be a multiple of 3. Okay. So if this is 3x, the unpainted part is 2x. So 5x is 135, x is equal to 27. What does it mean? Area of the circle is 81. Okay. Area of the circle is 81. So to that extent you can save time. But look at the choices, very stupid choices. You will have to work your way through. If the area of the circle is 81, okay, what is this going to be? The diameter of the circle or the side of the rectangle. So diameter of the circle will be, area of the circle is pi d square by 4, which is 81. So what is d square? 81 into 4 by pi. 81 into 4 is nothing but 9 square into 2 square. So this is equal to, so this implies diameter is equal to 18 upon under root pi. This is 18 upon under root pi. Okay. Okay. Now that you have got this diameter, you know the area also, you can find the other side. Okay. So diameter, so this side, I'll just write this part. This is 18 upon under root pi. This side. So you know the area is 135, so other side will be 135 upon 18 divided by under root pi. You will find the other side also, and then you will find the perimeter of the rectangle. But look at those stupid choices. This is a kind of question where the chances of making a mistake are very high. To me, this again is a question which you should leave for round 2. End में फुर्सत में 4-5 मिनट बचेंगे तो आके देख लेना. Otherwise, this is not a question which I would recommend that you solve. A straight road connects points A and B. Car 1 travels to A and car 2 travels to B, from B to A, both leaving at the same time. After meeting each other, they take 45 and 20 minutes respectively to complete the journey. If car 1 travels at the speed of 60 kilometers per hour, it's a standard formula question. The कोई जुगाड़ नहीं है. You know, speed of the first one and speed of the second one will be under root T2 upon T1. And what is T2 and T1? T2 minutes is the time taken by the second car to reach the destination after meeting. Okay. And you know one of the speeds is given, ये तो हो जाएगा. So we'll leave this question. There's an easy, straightforward, formula-oriented question. You should not miss out on this question in the paper. Okay. Area of the region satisfying the inequality. ये तो जुगाड़ बहुत simple है यार. Drawing करेंगे ना. I'll say draw. Nothing else. If you can't draw, leave the question. But let's draw. Okay. What do we have? Area of the region satisfying this inequalities. Okay. Let's come to this later. Y has to be greater than equal to 0. Okay. Y has to be greater than equal to 0 and y has to be less than equal to 1. So y lies between 0 and 1, right? So this is y equal to 0. This is y equal to 1. So y तो इन्हीं दो के बीच में होगा ना. अब ये वाली equation पे आ जाते हैं. There are two equations effectively. One is x minus y less than equal to 1 and the other equation is x minus y less than equal to 1. Or let me write it down differently. One equation is x is less than equal to y plus 1. 1 plus y कर देते हैं just for And the other equation is less than equal to 1 plus y. यही है ना दो equations. So check. If y is 0, x will be 1. Okay, we look at the, and here if y is 0, x will be minus 1. Okay, so y is 0. If I am looking at these two lines, so x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1. Okay, now if x is 0, okay, if x is 0, what will happen then? If x is 0, then y will be minus 1 and minus 1 in both the cases. At x equal to 0, you will get y equal to minus 1 in both the cases. बन गया ना, ये तो straight line equations है. What is the relevant area जिसका हमें निकालना है? This is the one. After all, it has to be between y equal to 0 and y equal to 1. What is this? This is a trapezium. What is the area of trapezium? Half sum of parallel sides into distance between them. Now what is this? This is 2. Sorry, this is, or rather let me say this is 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, so half sum of parallel sides, this is 2 plus, and what is this? If y is equal to 1, x is equal to, if y equal to 1, this is 2. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. If y is equal to 1, x is equal to 2. So what is this point? This is minus 2 and this is plus 2. So this is 2 plus 2, 4. So 2 plus 4, 6. And what is the distance between them? 1. Half sum of parallel sides into distance between them. So drawing karo, answer nikalo, chinta mat karo is what I would say. So what is the answer? 6 by 2, 3. The answer will be 3. Oh, long story. So let's read the story. A train traveled at 1/3 of its usual speed and hence reached the destination 30 minutes after the scheduled time. Ratio yaad hai na? If the train has traveled at, if the speed has become 1/3, time will become 3 times. If at the normal speed, the train was taking t minutes, then at a 1/3 of the speed, it will take 3t minutes. And the extra time taken hence is 2t minutes. And it reaches 20 minutes, 30 minutes after scheduled time. That means the normal time was 15 minutes. Okay, the normal time is 15 minutes. I hope this is clear. The basics of ratios is what I am just repeating. On the return journey, the train initially traveled at its usual speed for 5 minutes, then stopped for 4 minutes for an emergency. The percentage by which the train must now increase the usual speed so as to reach the destination in the scheduled time. Okay? आधा काम तो कर ही लिया हमने. What is the normal time? Normal time is 15 minutes. Okay, if the normal time was t minutes, the train took 3t minutes, the extra time becomes 2t minutes, 2t equal to 30, so t equal to 15. So the normal time for the train is 15 minutes. Out of these in the return journey, what happens? 5 minutes, normal speed. Next 4 minutes, 0. Okay, so how much time is it left with? It is left with 549. If it has to reach on time, it has to do the remaining distance in 6 minutes. But what is the value of the distance? It is a 10-minute distance. It has to do a 10-minute distance in 6 minutes. The time has to become 6 by 10. So the speed should become 10 by 6 or 5 by 3. If the speed becomes 5 by 3 times, that means your speed has to become higher by 2/3 or 66.67%. So the answer should be 2/3. I'll repeat this last part again. Finally, what happens is the train has to cover in 6 minutes a distance which is normally covered in 10 minutes. So the time has become 6 by 10. So the speed should become 10 by 6. 5 by 3, 1.67. So the speed has to become 1.67 times, or the speed has to increase by 67%. So the basic jugaad for such questions is work on ratios. Don't waste time doing anything else, just work on ratios. Don't get carried away by the length of the question. The number of real valued solutions for the equation this. Okay. The moment you look at this, you should remember, what is this equal to? or let's say, okay, let me say not 2 upon 1 by, okay, chalo, theek hai. Okay, this will also 2 to power x upon 2 plus 1 by 2, any power will always be greater than or equal to 2. Okay, okay, so what you need to remember out here is left hand side is greater than 2. So if you look at 2 to power x plus 2 to power minus x, on the right hand side it is 2 minus, this is the equation. Can I say this will be definitely greater than 2 and or greater than or equal to 2? Okay, and what about this? This will be less than 2. It is 2 minus something. Okay, it is 2 minus something. Okay, so what is the answer going to be? Left hand side is more than 2, left hand or right hand side is 3. If x is 0, what happens? What if x is 0? Okay, what is fx 0? That means if x is 0, what will this be? This is 2 plus 1 by 2, and right hand side will be 2 minus 0. X is equal to, x is equal to 0. If x is 0, this will become 2 minus, again not equal. Okay, so you want to check, you could check for x equal to 2. If you want to check, you could check for x equal to 0 and x equal to 2. And if x is equal to 2, what will this be? This will be 2. Left hand side will be 4 plus 1 by 4, not equal. So left hand side and right hand side will never be equal. The answer is going to be 0. So the basic thing to remember is this 2 to power x plus 1 upon 2 to power x is always greater than or equal to 2, not greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 2. When will it be equal to 2? When x is equal to 0. If x is 0, it will be 2. But if x is 0, right hand side will not be equal to 2. So the correct answer is choice 2, 0. Okay, a circle is inscribed in the rhombus with diagonals 12 centimeters and 16 centimeters. What is the ratio of the area of circle to the rhombus? पहली चीज 12, 16 देख के क्या याद आता है? Pythagoras theorem. Why? 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagoras theorem. Okay, what is this? 4 into 4, 16. 3 into 4, 12. 20. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagoras theorem. This will also be a Pythagorean triplet. This will also be a Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So the moment you have a rhombus, in rhombus the diagonals meet at right angles. So if they are meeting at right angles, you are getting a right triangle in any case. Okay. Now, diagonals are 12 and 16. So this is 6 and this will be 8. This will be 10. Right? No problems, I hope. Okay. Now, if I draw a tangent from, if I draw a perpendicular from the point here, will this also not be a right angle triangle? This will also be a right angle triangle because this particular side is tangential to the circle. So it is a right angle triangle. There is a right angle, there is a right angle triangle. Now again, 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. Now please tell me, is this not a Pythagorean triplet with 6 as the hypotenuse? If 6 is the hypotenuse, this is plus 20%. So instead of 4, what should we have? Increase by 20%, 4.8. And instead of 3, we should have 3.6. So I can say this is 3.6 and this is 4.8. Okay. Now what do we need to find? Find the area of the circle to the rhombus. What is the area of the circle and what is the area of the rhombus? Okay. Area of the circle will be, answer is in pi, so we'll use pi only. Pi, what is the radius of the circle? 4.8 into 4.8 square upon area of rhombus is half d1 d2. d1 d2 is 12 and 16. Half into 12 into 16. Okay. So, pi into 48 into 48. This 2 goes into the numerator upon 2 into 2 upon 12 into 16 into 100. Why? Because instead of 4.8, I've written 100. I've written 48. 16, 3 is a 48. Okay. Then 3, 4 is a 12. 4, 12 is a 48. Okay. 50, 6, 25. Answer should be 6 pi by 25. What was the jugaad out here? What was the important jugaad out here for you? The important jugaad out here was, I'll write that again. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. If this becomes 6, that means it has gone up by 20%. The other two should also go up by 20%. This should become 4.8. This should become 3.6. So this is also Pythagorean triplet, and that is the jugaad I used to reduce my calculation effort and come to the answer faster. A solid right circular cone of height 27 centimeters is cut into two pieces along a plane parallel to the base at a height of 18 centimeters from the base. If the difference in volume of two pieces is 225 centimeter cube, the volume in cc of the original cone. So, ratios, the jugaad which people miss out here is ratios. It is ratios which is extremely important. After all, look at two cones. If cone 1 and cone 2, if the ratio of sides, a ratio of height or whatever, let's say all dimensions are in the ratio of 1:3, or okay, let me say 2:3. If the ratio of sides is 2:3, what will be the ratio of area? It will be 2 square is to 3 square. Ratio of volume will be 2 cube is to 3 cube. Okay. So we are saying if all dimensions are in the same ratio of 2:3, then the ratio of area of the two cones will be 2 square is to 3 square, which is 4:9, and volume will be 2 cube is to 3 cube, which is 8:27. This is the basic concept that we will use out here. Okay. We have a right circular cone of height 27. The height here is 27. Okay. It is cut into two pieces along a plane parallel to the base at a height of 18 centimeters. At a height of 87, 2/3. So let's say this is 18. Okay. मान लेते हैं. Okay. The difference in the volume of two pieces. Okay. Okay. Now let us look at this small cone and the bigger cone. What is this height? This is 9. Okay. So if you look at the small and the big cone, what is the ratio of sides? It is 9:27 because this is a cone. So if I keep on cutting it from here, the radius of the base will also reduce. So with respect to the small cone and the big cone, all dimensions will be in the same ratio. So the small cone has a height of 9, big cone has a height of 27. So the ratio of sides is 9:27 or 1:3. So the ratio of volume will be 1 cube is to 3 cube, 1:27. What does that mean? If the volume of the big cone is 27 cube or 27x, let me say big cone is 27x. So the small cone will be x. So if this is x, this is going to be 26x. What is 26x? This portion. This is 26x. Okay. So the question says if the difference in volume of the two pieces is difference in the volume of two pieces is 225. What is the difference in volume of two pieces? 26 minus x, 25. So 25, rather 25, x has to be equal to 225 or x equal to 9. What do we need to find? The original volume of the cone. The original volume of the cone was 27x. So what should be our answer? 27x is equal to 27 into 9, which is 3 to the power 5. This is 3 cube into 3 square. 3 to the power 5 is 243. Okay. So the ratios are important. Please get used to working with ratios. In a group of people, 28% of members are young while the rest are old. If 65% of members are literate and 25% of literate are young, percentage of old people among literates is okay. Work on a base of 100. Some data percentage mein to work on percentage terms and percentage is out of 100. So we will work on a base of 100 only. So we have young, we have old, we have literate, we have illiterates. Okay. Okay. So assume a total of 100 people. That's what I said. Work on a base of 100. 28% of the members are young. If 28 are young, 72 would be old. If 65% of the members are literate, 65 are literate, 35 will be illiterate. 25% of the literate are young. 25% of 65 are young. 25% of literate are young. So 65 is literate. What is 25%? 1/4. Half of the 65 is 32.5. Half of 32.5 is 16.25. If this is 16.25, how much will this be? 28 minus 16.25, so 12 minus 0.25, 11.75. Okay, what are we supposed to find? Find the percentage of old people among the illiterates. Okay, percentage of old people. So what should be this percentage of old people? Out of 35, remove 12, 11.75, 35 minus 12, 23, 23.25. So what are we supposed to find? We have to find 23.25 divided by 35 in percentage terms. Okay, so 23.25 on 35. Choices are not close, so we will approximate. Okay, how will I approximate? Let me just show it to you again. 23.25 upon 35. Can I not say this should be almost the same as 24 upon 36? Right? More than, less than? Almost the same to hoga hi na? Can I say almost the same? I've increased this slightly, increased this slightly. 24 by 36 is 2/3. This should be the answer. Okay. So learn to approximate. Look at the choices. Choices are not close to each other, so you can easily approximate the choices. हाँ, थोड़ा सा मुश्किल सवाल है ये, but let's see. जुगाड़. Do you remember what this is? I hope you remember, because this stuff is something you should remember. Powers of 2, 4096 is a very, very famous number. You should be able to straight away identify and say this is nothing but 2 to power 12. Okay, so I can say x is equal to 2 to power. I want to find which of the following equal to 64. What is 64? 2 to power 6. So I want to treat it like 2 to power 6. Okay, isn't it? So can I say this is nothing but 2 to power 6, 14 plus 8 root 3. Okay, this is what the answer is for me. Okay, let me just show it to you again. So effectively for me, x is equal to nothing but 64, which is 2 to power 6, raised to power of 14 plus 8 root 3. Okay, is this fine? Okay, so what do I need to do? Okay, so I need to find 2 to power 6. Okay, so if I want this, I need to do x raised to power 1 upon, this is equal to 64, which is equal to 2 to power 6, right? So मेरे को तो ये निकालना है. So what I need to do is check out which of them is equal to this. What is the critical number we have to look at here? 14 plus 8 root 3. What is 14 plus 8 root 3 equal to? I hope you remember your numbers. What is root 3? 1.73. So 8 into 1.73 is nothing but, instead of 8, I will say into 2 into 2 into 2. 1.73 into 2, 346, 3.46. 3.46 into 2, 6.92. 6.92 into 2 will be 6 into 2, 12, 92 into 2, 184. So 13.84. So how much does this become? 27.84. Is this okay? Now, if this is 27.84, can I say what I'm looking for is x raised to power 1 upon 27.84? I hope you remember your reciprocals. What is 1 by 28? What is 1 by 28? 1 by 14 is 7.14%. 1 by 28 is 3.57%. So I can say 1 by 28 is 0.0357. Can I say this is approximately equal to x to power 0.03 or 0.0604, 036 or 037? कुछ भी हो सकता है ना? It is approximately 0.036. So the power has to be approximately 0.036, right? So now check the choices. Now let's look at the choices. What is choice 1? So it is after all nothing but x to the power 7 by 2 minus 2 root 3. So I need to do this minus this. So let's do that for all the 4 choices. 7 by 2 is 3.5 and 2 root 3, 1.73 into 2, 3.46. This is 0.04. Can be the answer. What we are looking for? We are looking for 0.036. Okay. So I'll not eliminate. What about this? This is 7 minus 2 root 3, 1.73 into 2, 3.46. Wrong. We need less than 1. It is greater than 1. So this is wrong. Okay. Third, 7 minus what is 4 root 3? 2 root 3 is 3.46. 4 root 3 will be 6.92. This will be 0.08. This is a better option. Wrong choice. What about this? 7 by 2, 3.5 minus 4 upon root 3. 4 upon 1.73. Can I say this is slightly more than 2? So this will be approximately 1.4 or 1.5. Wrong choice. Correct answer. So the key thing to understand is you can always approximate. All I have done is approximation. I'll repeat this part, this part, because this is where mistakes are committed. But I will repeat, this is not an easy question for most of you. I can do it purely because I have reasonably good calculation skills. If your calculation skills are not up to the mark, then this is not a question you should be attempting. But quickly, this is nothing but 2 to the power 6. This is 2 to the power 12 actually. So instead of this, you could be writing 2 to the power 12. Okay. And obviously 6 है तो इधर square आ जाएगा. This becomes 14 plus 8 root 3. And 14 plus 8 root 3 we identified to be equal to, this was I think 13.8 or 13.9. So 14 plus 13, 27. Approximately 27.84 is what we found it to be. So we said what we need to do is find 1 by 27. We need to find x to the power 1 upon 27.84. Okay. So we check the choices. And just to remind, 1 by 28 is 3.57% or 0.0357. So 1 upon 27.84 should be approximately 0.04 or 0.0367 or something like that. Okay. So this is a question if you want to do, you need to practice a lot. The mean of all 4-digit even natural numbers of the form of ABA. What is the smallest number is going to be? Where A is greater than 0? Next. We want even natural numbers. Is it not an AP? Next. Then 2, 2. Each one of them is an AP. And this is also an AP. The next will be 3, 3, 0, 0. This is also an AP. क्या करना है? कुछ नहीं करना. ये सब तमाशा बंद करो. Every place you are finding only an AP, take the average of the smallest and the biggest. The smallest is, biggest will be average nine, 110, 111. So your answer will be 11088 divided by 2. 55, 44. This is the answer. Because when you looked at those 1100, all those numbers were in AP. Similarly, 12, so not 22. Similarly, these are in AP. So everywhere you have an AP, take the smallest and the biggest, take the average of the two. Average of 1100 and 9998 should give you the answer to this question. That essentially is the jugaad for this question. Leaving home at the same time, Amal reaches office at 10:15 a.m. if he travels at 8 kilometers per hour and 9:40 a.m. if he travels at 15 kilometers per hour. Leaving home at 9:10 a.m. at what speed in kilometers per hour must he travel so that he reaches exactly at 10 a.m. Okay. Yes, you can use ratios also, though to my mind ratios is not going to be a very good idea because we need to find the initial time first, or how much time does he travel for at what speed. So we need to find the initial time first. So let's look at this. And when he's finally, what is he doing? He's leaving at 9:10 a.m. and he needs to reach at 10 a.m. So and we need to find the speed. So if I get the distance, I will get the answer. Given the question, I need to find distance upon time equal to speed. I think it will be better for you. Speed is equal to distance upon time. ठीक तो है? I get confused many times about this. Okay. So given the fact that we have the time given, we need to find the speed. What is critical is we should find the distance first. Okay. So rather than taking ratios, which will give me ratio of speed, ratio of time, I would straight away go and find the distance from home. So if the distance from home is d kilometers, okay, okay, when he travels at 8 kilometers, he will take d by 8, so many hours. When he travels at 15 kilometers, he will take d by 15 hours. Okay, okay. So what is the time he saved? Instead of 10:15, he reached at 9:40, so he saved 15 plus 20, 35 minutes. Okay. So D is in kilometers and speed is in kilometers per hour, because the speed was given to us in kilometers per hour, and here we are taking a difference, not a ratio. Because we are taking a difference, इसलिए मैंने 35 by 60 लिखा है. If it was ratio, I would not have bothered. I would have worked straight away in terms of minutes only. Okay. So how much does it become? 15. Denominator is 15 into 8. 15 minus 8, 70. 60. Okay. 7 ones are 7. 7 5s are 35. Okay. So what do we have? D is equal to 5 into 15 into 8 upon 60. So 5 2s are 10. So distance is equal to 10 kilometers. And he has to cover 10 kilometers in how much time? He leaves at 9:10, reaches at 10 a.m. in 50 minutes. So the speed should be slightly more than 10 kilometers. सब कुछ more है तो फिर calculate कर लेते हैं. Okay. So speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed is 10 kilometers per hour. Distance is going to, time is 50 minutes, or in terms of hours, it is 5/6 of an hour. So 60 by 5 equal to 12. Okay. The critical thing again to remember is the question was saying if he leaves at this time and reaches here, that means time of travel is given. We need to find the speed. To find the speed, I need the distance, and which is why I straight away went towards finding the distance rather than taking ratio of time and ratio of speeds. A, B, C are three positive integers such that sum of A and the mean of B plus C, B and C is 5. Okay. In addition, the sum of B and mean of A and C is 7. What is the sum of A and B? Okay. No जुगाड़, solve कर लेते हैं, लेकिन will not do the full thing, but A plus mean of B and C, A plus B and C, or B and C is equal to 5. What does it mean? 2A plus B plus C is equal to 10. Okay, 2A plus B plus C, they're multiplying both sides with 2. So effectively, this is our first equation. What's the second equation? In addition, the sum of B and mean of A plus C is equal to 7. What does it mean? 2B plus A plus C is equal to 14. Okay. You want to find the sum of A and B. Solve करके निकल जाएगा ना. Okay. So there is a question which you can solve and take care of this particular question. Okay. Now that completes this particular section. But again, before we close the session, let's have a look कि हमने कितने सवाल कर लिए हैं. Okay. We again, okay, should I go back? I think that will be better for me to go back on that sheet, just because it is important that we look at, yes, this is the sheet I am looking for. What are the jugaad solutions we have done? 52, 53, 56. 57, 58, 63. 67, 68, 70, 71. 72, 73, 74. Apart from these, which were the somewhat easy questions? 51, 54. 60, 61. These two were time consuming. I'm just writing it here. Okay. 62, 64. 66, 69. 75, 76. Now please look at how many questions have we got out here. Okay, and the ones which we have not really bothered about are 55, 59, 65. We have not really bothered about those questions, so let's not worry ourselves about it. Okay, critical thing. How many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. हो गया? If you do only the jugaad, you will be about 98, 99, 98.98 percentile approximately. Please understand what are you supposed to do in the paper. In the paper, you have to do the jugaad question, you have to do the easy question, and easy questions, they are time consuming, you are supposed to leave them. And the important thing to understand is if you do only the jugaad, nothing but the jugaad, even then you are unlikely to be below 97 percentile, because 13 में एक दो गलत भी हो गए तो भी approximately will be 32, 33. And that is the important thing from your point of view, and this is what you need to remember. Okay, so this completes my session on Quant for the slot 1 CAT paper of 2020. I'll be doing another session for slot 3 also. But as usual, भैया पसंद आया तो like करो, subscribe करो, because only then you will be able to connect with me on a regular basis. And yes, in the comment box, please write down what are the other things you would want me to be doing. Okay, so that's it from my side. All the best. Meet you again.